Picture this. You're watching what seems like a routine post-show interview when suddenly the interviewer drops this question. Do you think Nic and Olandria's relationship is real? And instead of answering, the Love Island USA Season 7 Islander just sits there in dead silence. The kind of silence that makes your stomach drop because you know something massive just got exposed. That's exactly what happened when Ace Greene sat down with Speedy Mormon, and what he revealed about Nic and Olandria has absolutely demolished the Love Island USA community. We're talking explosive allegations about fake connections, behind-the-scenes confessions, bitter fan wars involving Taylor, Clarke, Cierra, and practically every Islander from Love Island Season 7. The bombshell that Ace dropped didn't just question one couple. It shattered everything fans thought they knew about Love Island Huda and dating show authenticity. Today, we're diving deep into the controversy that has Nic and Olandria fighting for their reputation while the entire Love Island USA fandom picks sides in the messiest drama since the villa doors first opened.
If you're here for the tea and want to catch every single twist in this Love Island USA chaos, hit that subscribe button faster than Islanders couple up on day one. Trust me, you'll need those notifications because this drama has more plot twists than a reality TV producer's fever dream.
Let's rewind to the moment that sent shockwaves through every Love Island USA fan's timeline and changed everything we thought we knew about villa relationships. Ace Greene, the Islander who struggled to find his match throughout Season 7, sat down with Speedy Mormon for what everyone expected would be typical post-show commentary. The interview was flowing normally until Speedy asked the question that would literally break the internet. Do you feel like Nic and Olandria's relationship is real? What happened next was pure television gold, an absolute nightmare fuel for Nicolandria fans. Instead of giving some diplomatic answer about wishing them well or supporting his fellow Islanders, Ace just sat there in complete silence. Not the thoughtful pause kind of silence, the uncomfortable, loaded silence that screams, "I have tea and I'm about to spill it everywhere." When pressed further by Speedy to elaborate, Ace didn't backtrack or laugh it off. He doubled down with implications that cut straight to the core of what millions of viewers believed they had witnessed in the villa. The timing of this interview couldn't have been more devastating for the couple. This bombshell dropped right as Nicolandria was navigating the challenging transition from villa life to real-world dating, trying to build something genuine away from cameras while managing intense fan expectations and constant public scrutiny. They were taking things slow, being intentional about their connection, working through the normal challenges that any couple faces. And suddenly, they're having to defend the authenticity of emotions that fans watch develop over weeks of television. But here's what makes this whole situation even more loaded. Ace wasn't just some random observer throwing shade from the sidelines. This man lived in that villa, experienced those late-night conversations, witnessed the behind-the-scenes dynamics when cameras weren't capturing every moment, and had access to the kind of intimate knowledge that only comes from sharing that intense pressure cooker environment. When someone with inside access starts questioning relationships, it hits different than typical social media speculation. The psychological impact of having a former villa mate publicly question your relationship cannot be understated. These aren't just entertainment personalities dealing with standard celebrity gossip. These are real people who formed real connections in an artificial environment designed to create maximum drama and emotional intensity. The villa creates bonds and tensions that outsiders can't fully understand, making Ace's accusations feel like a betrayal of the trust and camaraderie that's supposed to exist between Islanders. Here's where this drama transforms from typical reality TV gossip into something absolutely explosive. According to sources and details that emerged from the interview, Ace didn't just question their connection publicly. He allegedly claimed that Nic had privately confided in him about having zero romantic spark with Olandria. If these allegations have any truth to them, this would mean that Nicolandria's entire Pulse Villa journey, all those cute social media moments, the relationship updates that fans celebrated, the fan favorite status they've maintained, potentially all of it could be elaborate performance art designed purely for public consumption and cloud chasing. The specific nature of these claims sent absolute shockwaves through the Love Island USA community because we're not talking about vague implications or subtle suggestions here. These were direct accusations about private conversations, intimate confessions, and the authenticity of emotions that fans had invested in emotionally for months. The allegations suggested that behind closed doors, away from cameras and public scrutiny, Nic had expressed serious doubts about his connection with Olandria that directly contradicted everything they were presenting to their followers and the world. What makes these accusations particularly devastating is that they came from someone who was allegedly there for these private moments. Ace claimed to have first-hand knowledge of conversations that happened in the villa during those vulnerable late-night talks when Islanders let their guard down and spoke honestly about their feelings. This wasn't speculation from an outside observer or gossip from someone with no inside information. This was allegedly direct knowledge from someone who lived through the same intense experience. The implications extend far beyond just questioning one couple's authenticity. If there's truth to claims that Islanders privately express doubts about connections they publicly celebrate, it raises massive questions about the entire reality television dating ecosystem. It suggests that the pressure to maintain public images, satisfy fan expectations, and capitalize on post-show opportunities might be creating environments where people feel compelled to perform relationships rather than live them authentically. These specific allegations force fans to confront uncomfortable possibilities about parasocial relationships and the authenticity of reality television connections. Viewers invest emotionally in these couples, celebrating their milestones, defending them against criticism, and genuinely believing they're witnessing real love develop in real time. When someone from inside the experience suggests it might all be manufactured, it doesn't just hurt the couples involved. It makes fans question their ability to recognize genuine emotion and wonder if they've been emotionally manipulated by carefully constructed storylines. The fallout from Ace's revelations was immediate, brutal, and absolutely unhinged. Social media platforms exploded with reactions hotter than the Fiji villa during the most dramatic recoupling ceremony in Love Island history. The Love Island USA fandom fractured into two distinct armies, and the battle lines were drawn faster than you could refresh your timeline. Team Ace supporters came out swinging with the energy of Islanders defending their territory during a challenge. They praised him for finally keeping it real and exposing what they claimed was obvious, manufactured drama they'd been suspicious about since day one. These fans turned into relationship detectives, analyzing every Nicolandria interaction with the intensity of FBI profilers. They created detailed Twitter threads pointing to specific villa moments where they felt the connection seemed forced, conversations that appeared rehearsed from maximum camera impact, or chemistry that felt more strategic than organic. But Team Nicolandria wasn't about to let these accusations slide without a fight. They mobilized with the dedication of Islanders fighting to stay in the villa, posting compilation videos of genuine moments between Nic and Olandria, analyzing every interaction with the thoroughness of relationship counselors, and defending every single aspect of the connection they'd watched develop. The receipts flew faster than dramatic entrances during Casa Amor, with fans pulling up months-old footage to prove the authenticity of emotions and interactions. The jealousy accusations against Ace became the primary weapon in this digital warfare. Fans questioned his motives with ruthless precision, suggesting that his inability to find lasting love in the villa had left him bitter, resentful, and desperate for relevance. They analyzed his entire villa journey, highlighting his struggles to form meaningful connections, his apparent frustration with the dating process, and what they interpreted as clear signs of envy toward couples who found success where he failed. If you're as invested in this chaos as these fans fighting wars in comment sections, smash that subscribe button because honestly, we're just scratching the surface of this Love Island USA drama tornado. The accusations weren't just casual social media dragging either. Fans created comprehensive analyses of Ace's villa experience, documenting his romantic failures, his reactions to successful couples, and building cases for why questioning popular relationships is a classic move by reality show participants who feel overshadowed by more successful castmates. They argued that stirring controversy is a predictable strategy for maintaining relevance when your own love story didn't capture audience attention. This is where Nic and Olandria demonstrated exactly why they've remained fan favorites despite facing the most intense scrutiny of any Love Island USA couple in recent memory. Instead of engaging in lengthy public battles, instead of releasing detailed statements defending every aspect of their relationship timeline, instead of providing evidence packages to prove their authenticity like they're presenting a court case, they chose a completely different approach that was absolutely genius in its simplicity. According to multiple sources and fan observations, their response strategy can only be described as delivering major side-eye, that perfect combination of disdain, dismissal, and confidence that says more than any 1,000-word statement ever could. This wasn't just ignoring the drama. This was a calculated response that positioned them as the mature parties taking the high road, while Ace appeared to be stirring controversy for attention and post-show relevance. The strategic brilliance of this approach becomes clear when you analyze the psychology behind it. By refusing to dignify the allegations with defensive responses, they avoided giving additional oxygen to accusations that might have grown stronger and more credible with detailed rebuttals. Sometimes the most powerful way to handle false accusations is to treat them as too ridiculous and unworthy of serious discussion. Their approach sent crystal clear messages to everyone watching this unfold. They're completely confident in what they have together. They don't need to convince strangers of their relationship's legitimacy. And they refuse to waste emotional energy defending their connection against someone they clearly consider irrelevant to their actual lives. This kind of response requires incredible security and confidence in your relationship because you're essentially saying that external opinions and accusations don't matter when you know your own truth. The emotional intelligence displayed in their response impressed even some initial skeptics. Rather than allowing external accusations to create insecurity between them or affect their relationship dynamics, they presented a united front that demonstrated exactly the kind of partnership strength that validates authenticity. Their ability to weather this storm together without public drama or defensive statements actually provided more compelling evidence for their genuine connection than any detailed timeline or proof package could have offered. To fully understand why Ace's accusations hit so hard and generated such intense fan reactions, we need to examine the complicated villa history between Olandria, Taylor, and the dynamics that shaped Season 7's most controversial relationships. This background adds crucial context that either supports or undermines the authenticity questions being raised. During their villa experience, Olandria had initially explored a connection with Taylor Williams, with significant emotional investment from both sides during the early days of the season. Taylor spent considerable time and energy trying to build something meaningful with Olandria, positioning himself as her primary romantic option while she was figuring out her feelings and navigating the villa's complex dating dynamics. The Taylor-Olandria situation became complicated when Clarke entered the villa and immediately caught Taylor's attention. What followed was a messy love triangle that involved hurt feelings, difficult conversations, and ultimately Taylor choosing Clarke over Olandria. The way this situation played out revealed important aspects of Olandria's character and approach to relationships that become relevant when evaluating Ace's later accusations about her current connection. Notably, Olandria called Taylor out directly when she felt he was being inauthentic about his intentions or leading her on while pursuing other options. She didn't hesitate to express frustration when she felt disrespected or when Taylor's actions didn't match his words. These moments demonstrated her commitment to honesty and authentic communication, even when it created conflict or uncomfortable situations. This history becomes particularly significant when evaluating the credibility of accusations about Olandria participating in manufactured relationships. If she was capable of directly confronting Taylor about behavior she found problematic or inauthentic, why would she suddenly become someone who maintains fake connections for public consumption? The consistency in her character suggests that her current relationship is more likely to be genuine than performed. The Taylor situation also provides insight into villa dynamics and how real emotions developed under intense pressure and constant surveillance. The tension between Taylor and Olandria over his connection with Clarke demonstrated authentic hurt feelings and genuine investment in potential relationships. These weren't performed emotions for camera time. They were real reactions to real relationship dynamics happening in real time. What often gets completely overlooked when people treat reality TV drama as pure entertainment is the genuine human cost of having your personal relationships dissected, analyzed, and questioned by millions of strangers on the internet. This situation escalated to the point where Nicolette felt compelled to publicly address his mental health struggles amid the intense scrutiny and accusations about his relationship with Olandria. This isn't just social media drama or content for commentary channels. These are real people dealing with serious psychological pressure from having their most intimate emotions and connections become subjects of public debate. Imagine trying to build genuine feelings for someone while millions of people analyze your every interaction, question whether your emotions are authentic, and constantly speculate about your motivations for being in the relationship. The mental health impact extends beyond just the couple being scrutinized. Ace himself has faced significant backlash, criticism, and questioning of his motives and character since making these public statements. Reality TV participants often struggle with mental health challenges after their shows air due to sudden fame, public scrutiny, and the jarring transition from normal life to social media celebrity status. Situations like this can seriously worsen those existing struggles for everyone involved. When Nic had to make a public statement about his mental health, it highlighted how the entertainment value of reality TV drama must be balanced against the human cost of that content. The psychological toll of constant relationship analysis, authenticity questioning, and social media harassment can be overwhelming for people who signed up to find love on television, not to have their private emotions become public entertainment. The fan communities who become emotionally invested in these relationships also experience psychological impact when authenticity gets questioned. When viewers spend months supporting connections they believed were genuine, learning that those relationships might be manufactured can create feelings of betrayal, manipulation, and questioning of their own judgment about authentic emotion. This controversy has sparked conversations that extend far beyond Love Island USA or any single dating show, touching on fundamental questions about authenticity in reality television that viewers have been grappling with for years. Ace's accusations against Nicolandria represent just one example of the broader tensions between genuine emotion and compelling television content. Love Island USA, like all reality dating shows, exists in a complicated space where producers need dramatic storylines, romantic tension, and couples that viewers will emotionally invest in to create successful television. This business necessity creates environments where authentic feelings can develop alongside strategic gameplay, making it nearly impossible for outside observers to distinguish between genuine emotion and calculated performance designed for camera time and post-show opportunities. The financial implications of authenticity questions are significant for everyone involved in the reality TV ecosystem. Successful couples often monetize their relationships through sponsored content, brand partnerships, appearance fees, and social media influence. Accusations of manufactured connections can seriously impact earning potential if brands become concerned about being associated with relationships that audiences perceive as inauthentic or solely for clout-chasing purposes. International Love Island franchises have dealt with similar authenticity controversies, and there's typically a predictable pattern: initial accusations, intense fan debates, couple responses or silence, and eventual fading of interest as new drama emerges to capture attention. However, the American social media landscape makes these controversies more intense and longer lasting than they might be in other markets due to the combination of multiple platforms, dedicated fan communities, and entire content creation ecosystems built around reality TV analysis and commentary. These authenticity questions reflect broader cultural conversations about social media performance and the commodification of relationships in digital spaces. In an era where every relationship exists partly online, where couples are expected to document and share their connections for public consumption, the line between authentic emotion and performance becomes increasingly blurred for everyone, not just reality TV participants trying to maintain relevance and income streams. As this drama continues evolving and developing new chapters almost daily, several critical questions remain unanswered that will likely determine the long-term impact of this controversy on everyone involved. Will Ace provide more specific details or evidence to support his claims? Or will he eventually walk back his implications about private villa conversations? How will Nic and Olandria's relationship progress under this increased level of scrutiny and constant questioning of their authenticity? Recent social media activity suggests that Nic and Olandria is continuing their relationship journey despite external pressure and public doubt about their connection. Their ability to maintain their bond while dealing with constant authenticity questions may ultimately provide the strongest possible response to Ace's accusations. If they can weather the storm and continue building something meaningful together, it would offer compelling evidence against any manufactured relationship claims. The ultimate test for any reality TV relationship is time, consistency, and the ability to evolve naturally under pressure. Authentic connections tend to deepen and develop organically, even when facing external challenges, while performed relationships often struggle to maintain facades without genuine emotional foundations supporting them. The coming months will likely provide clarity about the nature of their connection, based on how they navigate continued scrutiny. What's becoming increasingly clear is that this controversy has permanently cemented Nic and Olandria's place in Love Island USA history, regardless of whether their relationship survives or fails. Whether they're ultimately remembered as a genuine love story that overcame public doubt, improved authentic connections can develop in reality TV environments, or as a cautionary tale about the pressures and complications of post-show relationship management, their handling of this situation will influence how future couples approach similar challenges. The resolution of this drama will also impact how audiences engage with reality TV relationships going forward. If viewers become more skeptical about authenticity and more likely to question the genuine nature of connections they see developing on screen, it could fundamentally change how reality dating shows are produced, marketed, and consumed by audiences seeking authentic entertainment experiences. From career and business perspectives, the long-term implications vary significantly for different parties involved. Ace's willingness to speak candidly about behind-the-scenes villa experiences positions him as someone who might continue generating content around reality TV commentary and insider revelations. However, this approach also risks alienating him from former castmates and potentially limiting future opportunities if he's perceived as someone who violates unspoken confidentiality expectations within the reality TV community. For Nic and Olandria, successfully navigating this controversy while maintaining their relationship could actually strengthen their brand value and increase their marketability to sponsors and partners. Couples who demonstrate resilience, authenticity, and the ability to handle public pressure while staying true to themselves often become more appealing to brands seeking reliable partnerships with influencers who can weather storms without compromising their image or credibility. The broader Love Island USA community continues watching this situation closely because its resolution will likely influence how cast members from future seasons approach relationships, public statements, and post-show controversies. The precedent established by how this drama ultimately unfolds could impact reality TV culture and Islander behavior for years to come, potentially making future participants more cautious about public statements or more strategic about relationship management. Looking ahead, several potential developments could completely change the narrative trajectory. New information might emerge that either supports or contradicts Ace's specific claims about private conversations. Other Season 7 cast members might choose to speak publicly about villa dynamics, relationship authenticity, and their perspectives on the accusations being made. Nic and Olandria could decide to address the situation more directly, providing their own perspective on the accusations and sharing details about their relationship journey that fans haven't previously heard. So there you have it. The explosive drama that sent shockwaves through the entire Love Island USA universe and has everyone questioning what they thought they knew about villa relationships, post-show authenticity, and the real price of reality TV fame in the social media age. From Ace's loaded silence that spoke volumes about behind-the-scenes villa drama to the fan wars that erupted across every social media platform, from Nic and Olandria's strategic response that demonstrated why they remain fan favorites, to the broader questions about mental health impacts and authenticity in reality television entertainment. Whether you believe Ace's implications about private conversations and manufactured connections, or you stand firmly with Team Nicolandria and interpret this as jealousy-motivated drama from an islander who couldn't find success in the villa. One thing is absolutely certain. This controversy has revealed just how emotionally invested audiences become in reality TV love stories and how quickly paradise can transform into a social media battlefield when authenticity gets questioned by someone from the inside. The truth is, we may never know exactly what conversations happened behind closed doors, which feelings were genuine versus performed for cameras, or what truly motivated various participants to make the choices they made during and after their villa experience. But what we can observe is how different people handle public scrutiny, criticism, and the intense pressure that comes with reality TV fame and constant social media attention. And honestly, that might tell us more about character, authenticity, and relationship strength than any private villa conversation ever could. If you've stuck with this deep dive into Love Island USA chaos, you're clearly as obsessed with this drama as the rest of us. So smash that subscribe button one more time because let's be real, if reality TV has taught us anything, it's that there's always another twist, another revelation, another bombshell waiting to drop when you least expect it.